Thank you. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's my honor to welcome you to the 2026 State of the City. Before we get started, I'd like to acknowledge our City Council members. Mayor Pro Tem Rick Miller, District 4. Council members Jim Vonderhaar, At-Large Position 1. Rod Betcher, At-Large Position 2. Suzanne Watley, District 1. Sanjay Singhal, District 2. And Stuart Jacobson, District 3. I'd like to welcome my table guest, State Senator Lois Kolkhorst. Thank you. And also Commissioner Precinct 3, Andy Myers. And thank you to all the elected officials for being here today. I'd now like to recognize our stage sponsors. We have AOI, we have Hewitt Zollers, we have Lovett Homes, MD Anderson Cancer Center, and the University of Houston. I'd also like to thank the Fort Bend Regional Partnership for hosting our State of the City. Lastly, and most importantly, I want to recognize my amazing husband, Joe, who, along with other family members who are here today. He's shy. Thank you, Joe, for your unwavering support throughout my time as the District 4 council member, my run for mayor, and now as mayor of the city of Sugar Land. With our welcoming aside, I think we're ready to start the presentation. I'll be back with your city manager, Mike Goodrum. But for now, let's take a look at Sugar Land's life in motion.
Innovation.
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 Innovation. It's not a new word for us. It's been part of our story since the beginning. And the story of Sugar Land, or anywhere, or anyone, really, isn't one clean arc. It's a stack of little scenes, like a movie.
And the movie today is nothing like it was in 1959, when Sugar Land was first incorporated. Nothing like in 1888, when a small refinery, later to be known as Imperial Sugar, was established right here.
And roughly around the same time, the very first movie was made. The birth of modern film was a moving picture made in 1896. Just 46 seconds long, the movie was comprised of one continuous scene, a train arriving at a station in France. But this seemingly simple film was so advanced for its time that people watching in the cinema were reportedly worried that the train might leave the screen and enter the room, causing havoc. But by today's standards, this same scene would be considered a rather simple creation. In the 130 years since then, countless engineers, chemists, artists, and computer scientists have been inspired to build on this concept. Starting with that simple clip, we added length, sound.
Blue sky, smiling at me.
We added storylines and characters, and color. It was made accessible. It was shaped. It became endlessly immersive. We own it. We share it. And ultimately, it was made better than we could even imagine. Without the invention of the moving picture, our lives would be drastically different. Everything from your phone to your car, and maybe even your refrigerator, uses video to make your life just a little bit better. And it might not have happened without one 46-second film of a moving train. One seemingly simple innovation that grew into something larger than life. In Sugar Land, there were moving trains, but it was a sugar refinery that turned a piece of land into a company town, that became an incorporated city, that transformed into the innovative powerhouse that city is known as today. Through countless successes and failures, we have experienced enormous change, complete with both giant leaps and steps so small they may have almost seemed insignificant. Our humble beginnings have helped us grow into the regional leaders we are today because of 138 years of constant vision and innovation.
There's more to that growing city than just rooftops and retail.
A growing number of cast and crew have helped us to tell Sugar Land's life in motion. We are a bustling, groundbreaking, trailblazing city of over 110,000 residents, thousands of businesses, and countless visitors from quite literally around the globe. We couldn't have made it here without the achievements of our past. We can't continue without the commitment to our present. And we won't succeed without a vision for our future.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm excited to kick off this year's State of the City, with this one being my first alongside Mayor Carol McCutcheon. Before we start, I would like to recognize our city management team. Assistant City Managers Elizabeth Rosenbaum, Mark Poland, Brian Butcher, and Michelle McCrennan. If y'all can please stand up, please. I'd also like to recognize someone critically important to me, my incredible wife, Gretchen. Thank you. If you could please stand up. Thank you for your wisdom, your love, and your support. It means the world to me. Thank you. All right. Mayor, you ready to get this year's State of the City started? Okay. 66 years ago, this land had a different kind of sweetness and a whole lot of potential. Today, Sugar Land is something remarkable, a city that doesn't just grow, it innovates. A place where our past fuels our ambition and where the work we do today is building a future that our families will be proud to inherit. We are quite simply an extraordinary place to live, to work, and to play, and the best is still ahead.
That's true. The city of Sugar Land is full of trailblazers, relentless in the pursuit of greatness, so that residents, businesses, and employees can enjoy a life better than they can even imagine. Our commitment to excellence has resulted in 89% of our residents reporting a positive quality of life in Sugar Land, outperforming both peer communities and national benchmarks. Factors that contributed to this rating include residents' ability to give input to the city government, access to quality education, access to quality health care services, quality of parks and recreational activities, and sense of community pride, among many other things.
None of this happens without people. Our residences and businesses bring the heart and drive that make Sugar Land more than just a place on a map. They make it a community. Our employees show up every day with dedication and pride.
Together, we've had a remarkable year.
And today, we get to share some of the wins that are moving our city forward. Last fall, we opened our Public Safety Training Complex, a facility purpose-built to give our first responders reality-based training in a controlled and high-stress environment. Because when seconds count, preparation is everything. Joint training across all of Sugar Land's first responder departments remains a cornerstone of how we build a stronger, more cohesive public safety team.
The layout of the spaces within the property and the construction of multi-use props have been collaborative efforts among all public safety departments to best utilize tax dollars and acreage. As the city continues to grow and lead the industry in police, fire, and EMS training, we're taking intentional steps to enhance responder safety, reduce specialty training costs, and allow on-duty personnel to train while remaining within the city limits to allow rapid responses to emergencies. We're now also able to host other first responder agencies for their training needs.
Caring for our residents during their most critical moments. That is a responsibility we have never taken lightly, and year after year we keep raising the bar. Our EMS transport service launched in 2015 just celebrated its 10-year anniversary, and in just the last year, we've introduced advancements that are directly improving outcomes for residents on what may be one of the worst days of their lives.
Speaking of anniversaries, May 2025 marked the 1-year anniversary of our ability to provide blood transfusions in the pre-hospital setting, directly resulting in the saving of lives at the hands of our firefighters. Between our 10 years of EMS transport services, improvements in clinical service deliveries, and our ability to provide blood transfusions when needed, we've enhanced our community reputation and customer satisfaction, while also establishing a workforce that delivers a higher level of care than most agencies in the state.
On another exciting front, last year we launched Sugarland On Demand, our first intercity transit service, and the community's response has been overwhelming. Sugarland On Demand is a shared ride transit service operating a fleet of 7 electric vehicles and 3 hybrid electric wheelchair accessible minivans built for accessibility and sustainability from day one. From March of 2025 through February of 2026, over 34,000 trips were completed. 34% of riders say they do not or cannot drive, and now they have a reliable and dignified way to get around their city. With a 4.9 out of 5-star rating and 91% of riders saying it has improved their perception of the city, Sugarland On Demand isn't just a transit service, it's a statement about the kind of city we are becoming.
Last year, we launched a pilot project using Pressure Pave, a pavement preservation system, to extend the life of our roads. Let's take a closer look.
So a pilot program is our way of testing out different programs, processes, materials in the city to see if it will be a long-term, suitable answer to any issues or problems that we might be facing. The purpose of this pilot program is to test out Pressure Pave, which is a material by Donaldson Construction, which can extend the life of the pavement. This is maybe a quarter of the cost of traditional reconstruction. So $25 versus $100, and we get an additional 15 years out of the road, hopefully. I mean, that sounds like a win-win to me. There are some traditional ways to extend the life of pavement, all of which require construction on the pavement. We really wanted to do the right thing here for our residents and for our streets. With this process, the sealant and the asphalt overlay material all comes down on one stretch, and it dries and is road ready within 30 minutes. So the road does not have to be closed as long. It's something that we can get into a neighborhood, complete it in one day, and be gone without a lot of disruption to our residents and to our commuters. I really do think it's an innovative approach. For one, it allows us to come and do it once, and then we have to come back in another 10, 15 years once that material is worn out. But it really allows us to free up staff time to do what they need to do in areas of the city, as well as providing a really great drivable, impenetrable surface on the road for our residents and other people that are just rolling through our city.
If you're interested in viewing our pilot project results, feel free to drive over to West Airport Boulevard between Imperial Canyon Lane and Mason Road. We're currently monitoring the area to verify its results over time, ensuring we're taking the best steps forward for our roads.
A thriving city never stands still. As Sugarland moves into a new chapter of strategic growth, we are thinking boldly and acting intentionally about what comes next. With 96% of the city's land already developed, redevelopment isn't just a strategy, it's our path forward. Every decision we make now shapes the Sugarland our children will inherit. That focus has led us to one of our most important opportunities, the Lake Point Green redevelopment project. When Fluor announced its departure in late 2023, we didn't wait, we moved. In April of 2025, just 1 month after the property was listed for sale, Houston-based developer Lovett Homes stepped forward with a visionary concept plan for Lake Point Green. The plan envisions a highly walkable residential district, townhomes, cottages, and compact denser housing, all connected by more than 10 acres of parks, trails, and green space. Lovett is moving through permitting now, with demolition to be complete in May, and phase 1 construction potentially begins this summer. The impact? An estimated $33 million in new property tax revenue over 25 years and critical population growth to support our businesses. This is what bold strategic investment looks like.
Speaking of redevelopment, the Imperial Historic District represents our commitment to preserving our past while moving boldly into the future. It's our city's top redevelopment priority and one we've been working toward for over 20 years. Following the city's announcement of its intent to purchase in February 2025, we knew we had to move at the speed of business. Within months, the city acquired the 40-acre project site in June. In November, the city conducted an intensive 4-day community visioning session to shape the future of the Imperial Historic District. More than 360 attendees participated in presentations, hands-on mapping exercises, topical workshops, and an open design studio. This collaborative process provided a transparent and highly inclusive forum for the public to articulate priorities and explore opportunities for the site. The community vision and guiding pillars were adopted by City Council earlier this year. Since then, planning for Phase 1 preservation efforts for the Char House has begun, laying groundwork for thoughtful and long-term redevelopment. I'm delighted to say that we're on track for those Char House improvements to begin late summer or early fall of this year. In addition, the procurement process is underway in our search for a master development partner. Our goal is to select a master development partner by the end of the year. Let's take a moment to further explore the Imperial Historic District redevelopment.
The Char House is the iconic piece of the refinery. It was built in 1925, and it served as a true landmark to this area. So if you were driving down Highway 90 going east or west, you could see this building from miles away. And so this is where it all began. This is where people bought their groceries. They went to the bank. This is where the fire station was housed out of.
Few cities in the state of Texas still have industrial sites rooted in its founding. So this is a very rare, special place for the state of Texas.
This property has sat vacant for about 20 years. There's been a lot of developers that have tried to develop it, and it hasn't worked for a variety of reasons. And so there's always been a very strong desire from our residents, especially here on the north side, to redevelop this and bring it back to life.
The Char House is in probably the worst condition. The building itself was built around machinery, so there are not a lot of floors, there's uneven ceiling heights, and there's been a lot of water damage and environmental damage done over the past 20 years. And so we want to ensure that we protect this historic landmark
and really show respect to where it all began while moving it into the future and getting it ready for future generations as well.
The Char House is the last modernized building of its kind in the United States. It's a rare surviving example of how sugar and the refining process used to take place.
It's been about a year since we acquired the property, and a lot has happened. There's a lot of stuff that happens behind the scenes. So in that time, we have had expansive community engagement to figure out how we want to see this property moving forward when we get a master developer on site. We have started the design for the Phase 1 preservation of the Char House, so that is underway.
The proposed work at the Char House is actually very exciting for the City of Sugar Land residents because everyone's going to be able to see them. The work entails restoring the historic windows, so bringing those back to what the Char House looked like in 1925, which is really, truly special. We are going to bring a permanent roof to keep the building dry. That is of utmost importance. We're also going to be doing selective structural work. We are going to be restoring the historic signage on both sides, bringing it to their original location. The fact that it's still here, it's still a presence for Sugar Land and an example of preservation for the state of Texas.
All of this happening in a year or less is a huge feat, and it took a lot of work behind the scenes, and we're really excited at the momentum that has been created, and we're looking forward to keeping that momentum going into 2026.
Redevelopment doesn't stop at commercial properties. Through the city's Great Homes program, we brought the same spirit of renewal directly into our neighborhoods. Launched in 2025, the Great Homes Initiative helps homeowners reinvest in their properties strengthening the look, feel, and integrity of our neighborhoods from the ground up. In 2025, the City Council expanded the program to include a new 50% reimbursement option, making it accessible to homeowners at every level. In fiscal year 2025 alone, the results speak for themselves. 60 exterior home improvement projects, more than $1.5 million in home improvements, and more than $171,000 in committed reimbursements. Driveways, siding, painting, and more, one home at a time, together we're making Sugar Land even more beautiful.
Redevelopment plays an important role in our city's future, along with the strength of our economic development business relationships. Since the launch of Plug and Play in Sugar Land last year, the partnership has continued to gain momentum, proving that innovation truly is sweeter here. Batch 1 and 2 accelerators supported over 20 startups across key sectors such as energy, advanced manufacturing, new materials, and technology. Throughout the program, Plug and Play facilitated nearly 200 introductions with corporate partners, investors, city staff, mentors, and community stakeholders. The program also featured several high-impact events, including corporate reverse pitches, networking activations, and the Fall Expo, where startups showcased their technologies to investors, corporate leaders, and public sector partners. These two batches strengthened Sugar Land's position as an emerging innovation hub by driving collaboration, increasing visibility within the startup ecosystem, and creating opportunities for future pilots, partnerships, and company growth. This investment exemplifies the value of the program in facilitating meaningful connections between startups and global industry leaders, while also reinforcing Sugar Land's growing role as a hub where business, innovation, and opportunity thrive.
Sugar Land isn't just attracting new businesses. We're becoming a destination for world-class investment. Applied Optoelectronics is expanding its Sugar Land headquarters with more than $300 million investment, bringing with it more than 500 high-quality jobs over the next 5 years. Supported by an incentive package through the Sugar Land Development Corporation, the project includes a 210,000 square foot facility producing AI-focused data center receivers, the largest of its kind in the United States. This expansion strengthens Sugar Land's position as a hub for advanced manufacturing and technology innovation, and the growth doesn't stop there.
That's right. MD Anderson Cancer Center is growing in Sugar Land and moving into a brand new building. This is a statement about what kind of community we are. As an extension of the University of Texas MD Anderson Cancer Center, the new 470,000 square foot, 5-store facility broke ground in 2025 and is anticipated to open in 2029 as MD Anderson's largest Houston area location. It'll include an ambulatory surgery center, expanded diagnostic imaging, radiation oncology, and outpatient services. The new location will also include multidisciplinary care, bringing a range of cancer treatment services and its unparalleled patient experience closer to those living in Sugar Land and Fort Bend County. MD Anderson's expansion further highlights our standing on access to quality healthcare services, where we've achieved 91% satisfaction.
Sugar Land is emerging as a premier hub for life sciences, driven by Texas's booming biotech sector and strengthened by strategic investments such as our incentive partnership with Hope Biosciences. That commitment signals to the market that Sugar Land is serious about attracting and supporting companies advancing healthcare, biotechnology, and medical innovation.
With a highly educated workforce, strong research and development capacity, reliable infrastructure, and proximity to the Texas Medical Center, Sugar Land offers a competitive, innovation-ready environment where life science companies can grow, scale, and shape the future of healthcare. Just as we've identified the significant strategic importance of commercial and residential redevelopment, and the value of continuing to foster economic growth through our business partnerships, we acknowledge that our internal goals and aspirations must also strive for success.
Last year, we launched our city's 2025-2027 Strategic Action Plan, our clearest declaration yet of the future we're building together. Through deep community engagement, we identified 5 focus areas that reflect our highest priorities. A bold commitment to building a city where every resident, business, and visitor can truly thrive. The first focus area is boosting community reputation. Residents, businesses, and the city staff working together to build a stronger Sugar Land where trust, innovation, and community pride come together to create a city that thrives. Secondly, our focus is encouraging community engagement because the city of Sugar Land is committed to creating stronger and more meaningful connections within our community. Third, we are dedicated to enhancing the unique character of our suburban community by creating safe, welcoming, and vibrant spaces that honor cultural diversity, strengthen families, and provide opportunities for all generations to live, play, and connect. Another key focus area is fostering sensitive redevelopment. Cities either evolve or risk falling behind. Redevelopment is how we shape Sugar Land's future. Our final focus area is stimulating economic growth. A strong economy doesn't just happen, it's built. Sugar Land is committed to creating a thriving, future-ready community. These are not separate initiatives running in parallel. They are deeply interconnected strategies, each one reinforcing the others, all working towards a single promise, a Sugar Land that keeps getting better.
And the work's already in motion. Take our language access plan, a meaningful step toward ensuring that every resident, regardless of the language they speak, can fully access and benefit from city services. This will help support our community of diverse languages, where at least 5 primary languages are spoken across households in Sugar Land, including English, Spanish, Mandarin, Farsi, and Arabic. Through the Language Access Plan, we've even had the opportunity to assist an American Sign Language caller. This plan outlines how we serve residents with limited speaking and English proficiency, because an inclusive city is a stronger city. Our staff has been deeply committed to ensuring every city service is delivered with thoughtfulness, care, and clarity for everyone. As we continue to center Sugar Land as a premier brand destination, we are proud to serve as an official Houston World Cup 2026 host city supporter for FIFA World Cup 26. Through a partnership with the Houston Host Committee, the city will participate in regional activations, community events, and legacy programs, placing Sugar Land on a global stage during a tournament expected to generate $1.5 billion in regional economic impact. From June 3rd through July 19th, you can expect to see a wide variety of planned activities, including official watch parties, partner events, youth soccer clinics, art contests, and community activities. For more information, please visit sugarland26.com. This partnership will continue to stimulate our economic growth.
And partnership is also central to our Build a Better Block initiative at 119 and 123 Brook Street in the Brookside-Belknap area. Along with our community, we have transformed previously vacant property into a vibrant hub for art, music, local business, and wellness. The opening weekend last September showed the power of people-centered design by residents helping shape the very space they would come to love. Since opening, it has been open to weekly yoga and exercise classes, open to all ages and abilities, and a go-to gathering place for families and neighborhoods who are writing the next chapter of their block together. This is what happens when community comes together to transform opportunity into progress. These projects are just a few of many that express our deep commitment to our pursuit of an even better tomorrow.
In order to ensure that the decisions we make are truly most impactful, we rely heavily on data to make informed decisions. As an example of our hard work to make those data-driven decisions, I'm proud to announce that our city is What Works Cities Gold certified. This certification is a national initiative launched by Bloomberg Philanthropies that recognizes and supports cities that use data and evidence to make better decisions, improve services, and engage their residents. For the city of Sugar Land, it's more than a designation. This affirms our commitment to transparency, accountability, and continuous improvement. And it places us among a select group. We're the only Texas city under 250,000 residents to receive this certification.
A great city isn't built by government alone. It's built by its people. And Sugar Land's people show up. Last year, 540 volunteers gave over 15,000 hours of their time at City Hall, at community events, and wherever they were needed. And our first annual Lend a Hand Sugar Land event captured exactly what this community is made of. Neighbors coming together, rolling up their sleeves, and making things better. You can be a part of this too by signing up for one of our engagement opportunities. Be a part of Sugar Land 101, our police and fire academies, the Mayor's Youth Advisory Council, boards and commissions, or join us at National Night Out. The list goes on and on. Visit our website to find the right fit for you because the city wants and needs your involvement.
Mike, the rest of council and I couldn't agree more. Rather than speak on their behalf, let's hear from them directly on why resident engagement with the city is so important to our mission. I literally fell in love with Sugar Land the minute that I saw it. And after we moved in, I found out that there were vacancies to be a HOA neighborhood rep. So I immediately decided I wanted to give back.
I learned about my niche in the world. I had my business, I had my family, but I had my service to the community.
First at school, then in my business, then in the community. And the more you show up, the more you realize there's a need for people to show up.
That gave me chance and opportunity to work with people, to know their desire and also to know how to deliver the result.
Community service has been a strong component of my family. Between my cousins, my uncle, my grandfathers, a lot of them served in the military. My father was a career civil servant for the federal government.
And I just wanted to, my wife and I talked about this, just make a difference in a way that I could and keep my public service going.
I've always been involved, but because I wasn't in a position of leadership, people didn't come to me and ask either for their input to be included or asking for my opinion on things. Now they do. And so all of a sudden I've become this expert that I'm not.
I really wish people knew how much we care about this job and how much we have dedicated to helping others. Because at the end of the day, that's what we're here for. And that's, for me, is what this is all about.
One of my top priorities is making sure that residents' voices help shape our policies.
Because it's your city. It's your city. I can't do my job without you.
All of us want to hear from you. We know we're not the smartest people in the world. We need your input to help us make the right decisions.
Partly because good ideas can come from anywhere. It is not necessarily within the council or the city.
In the presence of information, in the presence of knowledge, then you can make a decision about what's going on in your community, what's going on in your city.
And we need that type of involvement in order for us to make sure that we do the right thing for the city, not only for today, but for the future as well.
But it takes our constituents to stand up, show up, and speak up and tell us what they think.
So if you have any, concerns that are important to you, any needs, please reach out to us.
Our contact info is on our website.
Gosh, you can find me on Facebook. You can call City Hall.
Come to our city council meetings.
There's also a Sugar Land Speaks webpage on our city website where you can provide input onto surveys.
Our website is award-winning. It's fabulous. You can find just about anything you could possibly ever need to know about the city.
I go to a lot of community events, and one reason that I do that is so people can reach out directly to me with their ideas.
When people have ideas or input or visions and we hear about them, we talk about them, we can't just lay on them, right, or sit on them. We have to take those ideas and turn them into responsible action.
We say yes to things that are a real stretch, that nobody is willing to do or nobody's tried. And you know what? Most of the time it really works. And when it doesn't, it was worth it. We learned something and we move on.
So we want the community's input because we want to make sure that the city council's priorities reflect the interests and the priorities of the residents.
And help guide them these are good questions. Have you considered doing X?
We're there to respond and to make life the best it can be.
Listen, we are strategically positioned, we are financially strong, and we have a council that can work together.
Sugar Land has a great reputation. And so for me, going forward, I want to make sure that we continue that reputation and enhance it where we can.
If we do it right, together we can make and keep it as a great city.
Your voice matters, and together we'll continue to build a city we're proud to call home. This past year, we launched a brand new City Council community engagement event, Conversations with Council. Conversations with Council was designed to create an informal setting that would generate opportunities for City Council and our residents to connect. By doing so, we further fostered a city of transparency and trust. To exemplify our continued commitment to see new and improved ways to engage with our residents, I'm excited to announce that we are planning a Community Expo for Spring 2027. The Community Expo will be a conference-style open house event that highlights city programs, encourages learning, and celebrates our residents. If you haven't already, we invite you to stop by and connect with our Community Expo team on site, wearing yellow shirts. Ask questions, learn more about each department, and take a quick survey. Your feedback will play an important role in shaping what this Community Expo becomes, and we're grateful for your input.
While this past year has brought countless new opportunities, successes, and even setbacks, our community has remained resilient. As we transitioned from a small area defined by a sugar refinery some time ago to today becoming recognized as the third best city to live in America, there are many breakthroughs that shaped our trajectory and incremental moments that only in hindsight revealed just how much they had moved us forward. Every era brought its own challenges and every generation rose to meet them. We will continue to honor our past while moving forward with purpose.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us today and being part of Sugar Land's trailblazing path forward. Let's continue moving ahead with a relentless commitment to our future. Remember, your voice matters, and when you make it heard, we make better decisions as a community. We have one more video to close out our presentation this afternoon. Afterward, I invite you all to connect with our great City Council and staff.
At the end of every movie, the screen fades to black and credits roll. It's the moment we usually reach for the remote, the moment we start talking, the moment we move on. But what if we took a moment to notice what those credits really mean? Every name represents effort, commitment, purpose, the collaborative efforts of hundreds, thousands, all working together to create something bigger than themselves. It's how great movies are made. And much like a film, it's how great cities are built. You may not see every name, you may not see every role, but a thriving city is built by countless individuals who choose to contribute their time, talent, and passion. The writers of our story may change over time, but the impact of what we do today lasts far beyond us. And while our story is still unfolding, there's place in it for you. Let your story become a part of ours. Your story belongs here. Your dreams belong here. Your name belongs here.